Hello. Uh, yes, we welcome you back to PSSB, Physical Sciences. Silver Bullet with me, Richard, here. Yes, today we are looking at this question. It says that predict the sign of the charge of the ions formed by the following. They say write positive or negative. Okay, the first one. It says that elements on the left-hand side of the periodic table. Yes, the elements on the left-hand side. What is the most probable charge they attain? Okay, you need to know that elements on the left-hand side are metallic, or they are metals. And metals are electropositive. They prefer to lose electrons than to gain. So, if they're electropositive and they have a tendency of losing electrons, so what charge would they attain? It's positive. Yeah, then we come to this one. It says that elements on the right-hand side of the periodic table. Yes, on the right-hand side of the periodic table. What are those elements? Those are normally nonmetals. Actually, they are nonmetals. And nonmetals are electronegative. They prefer to gain electrons to attain stability than losing. Gaining of electron makes them attain negative charge. Yeah, then we come to this one. It says the non-metallic elements in the periodic table. Yes, we have to know that non-metallic elements are found on the right-hand side of the periodic table. And they are electronegative. And they prefer gaining electrons to become negative. So the charge they are going to attain is negative. Then we come to this one, the metallic elements in the periodic table. In the periodic table, metals are located on the left-hand side. And they are electropositive. They are big, so they prefer to lose electrons than to gain to attain stability. So, what is going to be the charge attained? Positive. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says that in sodium chloride crystal, the sodium ions and chlorine ions are arranged in a three-dimensional structure called crystallites. Okay, then they say briefly explain each of the following properties of ionic compounds. The first one is high melting and boiling point. Okay, yes. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point. What might be the reason contributing to that? The reason is that the ionic bond binding the ions is a strong bond. When the bond is strong, it will require a lot of energy to break it during melting or boiling. So that explains high melting and boiling point of ionic compounds. Yeah, then we come to this one. It's saying that solid ionic crystals do not conduct electricity, while ionic solutions do conduct. Yes. How do we explain that? The explanation is that in solid ionic crystals, the strong ionic bond do not allow ions to move. While in ionic solutions, the ionic bond have been broken by water, and so ions are free to move. Yeah, that is that. We need to know that conduction of electricity by solution is due to movement of ions. So if ions cannot move, no conduction of electricity can occur. And with that, I would like to thank you for your time. The channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet, with me, Richard, here. Yes, we urge you to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share. Yes, we believe we are simply the best. Stick with us. You won't regret. See you next time. Bye-bye.